The administration of US President Donald Trump has apparently come up with a plan for the Israeli-Palestinian issue. The emerging details of the plan are giving the Israeli regime good reason to celebrate. Palestinian, Arab and European officials say Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas was presented with the US initiative during his recent trip to Saudi Arabia. Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman reportedly told Abbas during a closed-door session what the White House wants to be done. Palestinians would get non-contiguous parts of the occupied West Bank as their future state. Almost all Israeli settlements on occupied Palestinian lands would remain. East Jerusalem Al-Quds would never be given to Palestinians, and to cap it all, no right of return for Palestinian refugees. Sources say the Saudi Crown Prince has been tasked with selling the plan to the Palestinians in return for America's intensified support for Riyadh. The Saudi Crown Prince is even said to have threatened Abbas during his recent visit to the kingdom to accept the initiative or be forced to resign. Washington and Riyadh have both denied any such plan exists. But observers believe the reports suggest any future American proposal would seriously fall short of Palestinian rights under international law. The international community considers all land seized by Israel during the 1967 Arab-Israeli War as occupied. But Israel defiantly refuses to give them back and keeps building on them. Israel has apparently found allies in Riyadh who are willing to help it keep Palestinian lands for good. The Kingdom of Saudi Arabia has been vying for regional influence. It also dreams of leading the Muslim world. The Saudi Crown Prince, who is considered the de facto ruler of the oil-rich kingdom, is apparently ready to sacrifice anything to fulfill those goals.
Towards Qatar, I very much feel that we have Saudi Arabia acting in jingoistic interests against Iran, and if that means allying with Netanyahu, if that means allying with anti-Islamic, anti-humanitarian, anti-democratic forces, the Saudi regime appears willing to do that.
Recent developments suggest Riyadh is increasingly warming up to Israel. Analysts believe that's happening as part of Saudi efforts to contain Iran's growing regional influence.
I think if we look at it historically, since at least the end of the Iran-Iraq war, Saudi Arabia, despite its public proclamations, has, for all intents and purposes, relied on Israel as an ally against its perceived rival in Iran. Non-Wahhabi interpretations of Islam as practiced in Iran and also in Syria are perhaps correctly identified as an existential threat to the Saudi monarchy's grip on power.
The Arab world's wealthiest and most powerful monarchy is triggering a major controversy by taking Israel's side. The monarchy seems willing to even betray the Palestinian cause and team up with Israel to get what it wants.